Have this kind of house which is now very familiar to Bogdan, that is actually in an island. So in the island there is this possibility to take your boat and go into the sea and have a fresh sea air every day. And actually now it's been probably a bit too hot for that. Actually now the nice time starts here, where you can actually enjoy that type of things, like being out in the middle of the day. It's going to be nice. The winter time here is really the nicest time. So you guys came in the right time, because it's a lot of fun that you can have when the temperature gets under 30 here. And then my work was there with the Emirates Towers. So I could walk all the way from there over to there in 30 minutes. In the summertime it would have been very hot, but I always tried my best to walk as much as possible outside, because inside here, down on this ground floor, there is a shopping mall that is actually a walking shopping mall from here to there. So, but I liked it very much, the structure, that there is the office buildings there with all the governmental buildings, but also the workshops and offices for the foundation and for the academy. And there was then where we lived that first year. And of course here you can see, this is very typical scene of Dubai, to be just in the middle of it, all these outrageous buildings with different shapes and colors and ideas, so to say. So this is quite an inspiring part of the central Dubai, and yeah, I very much like it. You're very stylish. Wow, you have brought your Milano style in. Very chic.
Thank you, appreciate it. Let's go.
Okay, not this place?
Not this place.
Did you know that at least 700,000, if not 1 million, Russian men have left their home country ever since this partial mobilization? It's a huge number of people leaving Russia. Yeah, I have a conference, but I also have some other meetings tomorrow, and the conference is actually starting on, well, we have an event on Monday evening, but then on Tuesday that's going to be the whole day, and then on Wednesday as well.
How was your day today?
Oh, wow, it's been busy and exciting. Good day. Another day in this exciting city. A lot of interesting things happening. Okay, here we are, my lord. All right, you guys got a bit of a view and everything here, even nice sofa. So it was like putting the work that we are doing as professionals in the context of what is needed in the world, and I think we are sort of moving into that type of the times where it's not anymore enough to say what a lot of foresight experts are saying, that this is the type of the trend that is rising, this is another type of the trend that is diminishing, but it's more like what type of the options we have for the future, what type of the scenarios we can build. And I think that sort of steered, this presentation steered a good amount of that type of the discussion. How do we actually see ourselves as the ones that can help either governments or businesses to understand the complexity of the future, and that was so that was a sort of a very nice sort of an introduction into that type of the theme. Another interesting session, which was about how we are moving into the type of the times where people are migrating more and more, but we still have this kind of a national and regional, and sometimes even local borders, and we should be getting into the next phase where we should all be kind of a more concerned about how can we retain our capacity for new opportunities and unleash the type of the freedom that we need as human beings, particularly in the times where we are becoming as human beings much more informed, and we activate ourselves to look for the type of the communities where we want to build ourselves and where we want to be a part of. And governments should be sort of enablers for that. But that's of course not the reality that we have currently. We are very far from that. We are sort of working on that. I think in the future, in the good future, so to say, we will have a situation where people can be moving from one place to another. And of course, the European Union, the build-up of the European Union was a prelude to that. I mean, passports are not much more than 100 years old, so we need to get into the situation where it is also not so relevant anymore where we come from. This typical question, where do you come from? It's much more interesting to ask, where is it that you like to live? What is your community of where you feel good about? And the question about your past and your identity should not be so relevant as the issue of that. What is it that you choose in your life, regardless your background, regardless your parents, regardless your nationality? What are you choosing? And is there a possibility that you can actually choose freely? For many of us, again, we are becoming much more international and moving, as we are all examples of that. So that is something that was an interesting conversation. And then the last sort of interesting part of the conversation came around the role of the technology in the future, and what is this way that we see how the technology sort of integrates our lives and works, and what if we go into that level of technologies where we have a sort of a more direct contact with the technology and with the robots. What if the technology in the future will be like that, enabling us to read the minds of the other people? What if our fridge has an intelligence to order some more food there without us being kind of as an intermediate? So that type of the level of intelligence is definitely going to come, but there are still a lot of those domains that will be remaining for human beings. But technology has been always sort of serving us to make our communication better and to improve our performance, and so it should be also in the future. But of course, we also need to see the caveats, and we should not think that technology should kind of dictate our lives. It should improve our lives and make it simply better, and that is the kind of a track. So those are the themes that we had there in the Dubai Future Forum as for the first day. I think it was a great start of this event, which claims to be the largest event of futurist and foresight expert that there's ever been. Whether it is true or not, I really can't say, but at least there is a very interesting and large bunch of people who are seriously interested about the future being gathered now into the Museum of the Future, and that is quite a feat. From Dubai Future Foundation, which I also used to work for 2 years, and it proves that Dubai continues to do things that the others are not doing when it comes to the future, and the building itself sort of exemplifies this kind of a innovative spirit that is in Dubai. It was said that when this building was designed, it looked as if it was totally impossible to actually to build this kind of a building because of its really strange sort of contrast. Well, because of this really strange shape, but they were able to find solutions, and finally it did happen. And I think that's also something that is very typical here, that you can make impossibles possible. And now we're gonna shoot a couple of YouTubes and couple of shorts for diving into some of the topics that are actual. Oh, and that's cool actually. I like that lamp down.
Yeah.
It looks a bit Dubai, no? Bye-bye, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so this was the last shooting day for me here in Dubai. And we have done some really nice shootings here. And now soon it's time to go back home to Finland and see how the winter is starting to emerge there. Is this the one? It's been really exciting to come back. Actually, after 8 months to Dubai and experience Dubai, it's all its complexity. The heat, the sun, the buzz of the city, the noise, the cars, the costumes, the religion, the singing of the Muslims, all of that belongs to this kind of strange, very unique city. Okay, so bye-bye for now, and hope you're gonna look more of my lifestyle videos as we move forward.